I don't know what he plans on doing with it. If nothing else, it can roam around the map and deny a third base. Uh, pretty effective at that. There's the shuttle again for Cal. It's not going to get anything done over there at Pure's expansion. Maybe if he were to float on over into the main, he could find some success. DT for Cal. He's going to try to sneak it around the front. Oh, that observer is going to be chasing the shuttle, and that DT is 1 probe down, 2 probes down, 3 probes down. 3 probes down for the DT, and now here comes the shuttle. He's going to try to drop. Is he going to try to drop? I guess he's not going to try to drop. So Cal trying to get some harassment in. Four probes for a Dark Templar. I don't know if that's a good trade or not. DTs cost 100 gas and like 125 minerals. So really, I would say that probably was to Pure's favor, if anything, at this stage in the game, because both of his expansions are pretty well saturated. So still neither player wanting to push out with an army. Both guys macroing up. Cal still threatening with that drop, with that shuttle, and really we're seeing some pretty large armies on the ground for both sides. Cal looks like he's getting ready to add his third. Large armies on the grounds for both sides. We're probably going to see a big fight here really soon. I think we've got 6 gates, maybe 7 gates for both players. Here comes Cal. Pure's pushing out around the same time. They're going to meet up somewhere in the middle of the map. And I'm sure that they're both aware of the other's army movements, just with observers and the likes. These guys are certainly not slouches in the scouting department. This is the fun thing about PvP. It's really a chess match. I'm not going to say more so than the other matchups, but look at that. Pure more than ready for the drop from Cal on the ball, taking control of those goons as soon as the shuttle pokes its head into his base there. Cal's still going to float around and try to do something with it, but those goons are those goons are on top of things. Look at that. He's gonna persist with this drop. He's gonna try to get it off. 1 High Templar is out. It does drop and kill 5 probes, 6, 8 probes, 9 probes, 10 probes. That was a very effective drop. I didn't expect him to do that well, but that single Templar had enough storm to blanket that entire mineral line. Now Cal morphing a few Archons. Still, neither player has engaged the other in any sort of real big battle. And if Cal is able to get this expansion up unharassed, he's going to grab a big advantage in this game. You know, he's really already has grabbed a big advantage just from that singular drop. Now here comes a big fight. Still in the middle of the map. Both players trying to kind of jockey for position with these little bridges and map artifacts all over the place. Cal looking like he's getting some really good storms off all over Pure's zealots. Is Pure flanking? I think he might be. Yeah, Pure is flanking with some goons there, and he's got a nice storm on top of Cal's goons. But I really think like Cal got the better of that engagement with his better storms. Zealots come up to reinforce and clean up the goons from Pure. Archons are morphing in to kill the goons on the other side, and Cal has still got a significant force on the ground, and it's going to start barreling towards Pure's base very quickly. Or maybe not. Cal looks like he has chosen not to persist with the attack. He's going to macro up a little more and simply solidify his advantage. He did place that third base. He does have probes mining there now, so he is every second that ticks by now, Pure is falling farther and farther behind. Cal is inching ahead, and I guess the longer this game drags on at this point, the more it's going to tilt into Cal's favor. Pure is now looking like he might be contained to his natural. This is bad. He's going to have a hard time getting across those bridges if Cal can set up his goons in a nice line across the end there. And Cal looked like he might be looking to expand. Again, Pure's going to try to place a Nexus, but Cal's got a Zealot there. He's going to deny that. And really this is just, yep, Cal expanding again. He's adding a fourth. He's gonna rocket ahead here soon. Here comes some storm all over Pure's army. That is brutal. Those 2 High Templar probably just took out, I don't know, thousands of hit points cumulatively between the 2 of them with those 2 storms, and then they were able to float out of there in High Templar fashion and morph into an Archon. That was nasty. Pure looking really sloppy here in the later stages of this game. he was kind of hanging in there as best he could, but it looks like Cal's really starting to exert his authority. He's got definite map control. He's expanding everywhere. Pure is almost mined out in his main. He's not going to have a second mining base. His natural was added. Here comes another storm across the bridge. Oh my God! Pure's entire army is just like melting under storm. Cal is just whittling away with these High Templar. And again, they're going to sneak out and morph into an Archon. He lost one there, but Pure not even able to stop the morphing Archon from following through with that morph, I guess you'd call it. Cal's got his fourth base morphing in. He'll have probes maynarding over there shortly. He's got a huge force on the ground outside Pure's base. He's got to be getting close to his psi limit. He's got to be getting close to having 200 guys on the ground, and Pure it's looking pretty abysmal for Pure. I think Cal's going to probably tie this series up and force this to an ace match, and I'm excited to see who's going to come out in that one. You got to think that with this performance, Cal's going to be a candidate for that. Anyway, both players are now kind of macroing against Pure. Pure really needs to expand. Cal is adding a Stargate. He's going to be getting Arbiter Tech shortly, and he's going to stasis in PvP can be really effective. Believe it or not, a stasis on some goons can really tip the tide into I guess whatever player casting the stasis. He can really tip the tide in his favor. Not a whole lot of action right now. Pure trying. Wow, look at this. Cal's being a little cute. He's building a lot of pylons in the middle of the map, storming Pure's units. I don't know what this is all about. Little bad manners, if you ask me. But I guess it's equally bad mannered for Pure to turtle up in his natural and not really do anything. So you got to kind of, I guess, tip your hat to Cal for dominating this game in the fashion that he has, but I don't know. I kind of would like to see him just attack and end it. Maybe Pure's got too much of a presence on the ground for him to be able to do that. The other thing to consider is that Cal's probably maxed at this point. Now he's running in there with some zealots. Meanwhile, Pure's trying to push around the back and either secure his expansion or get out one way or another. Cal has pylons in place, and there was a zealot there, so he knows what's going on, and he's gonna head this attack off right now, and we've got a big engagement happening. This is going to be the game-ending fight. Pure behind on units. Doesn't look like he has any storm. Here up comes one High Templar, and it casts storm on 2 goons and an Archon. Pure trying to get a little flank off with zealots, but I really think Cal's got far too many troops on the ground. Those zealots are going to inflict some damage on those goons, but the Archons are going to come and clean those up. Archons just eat zealots like candy. There's a storm on top of that group. I can't really tell who's who. I guess those are Pure's Archons. So he has kind of broken this quasi-contain that Cal had set up on him, but he's he's on one base against 3, and it's not going to make a difference. We've got Arbiters coming out for Cal. Pure trying to make a last-ditch effort, I guess, at inflicting some damage. But by the time he gets down to Cal's base, Cal's reinforcements are going to pop and probably lay waste to that little attack. Probes coming out. They're not. They're actually probes coming out to fight Archons. You don't see that every day. I can't imagine that that Pure's happy about seeing that, because that means Cal is extremely confident in his position, or maybe he's just that scared. There is a lot of units pouring in for Pure into Cal's base, mostly zealots, however, and those goons are going to be able to kind of back themselves into a corner to where they can only. You know, these Archons are doing a significant amount of damage. Pure finally now getting to the point where he can set up that third. Cal might be regretting wasting all those. Oh, nope, never mind. Pure just GG'd. He lost the last of his Archons, and he had nothing left. And Cal has evened the series up at 2-2, and this game's going to the ace. Really excited to see who comes out. I'm sure Cal will be one of them. Only time will tell who comes out for Fox. Thanks for watching, guys.